State of State Now again, Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Tigers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football. But the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Needs it here on fourth down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He slides past the first down marker and picks it up on fourth. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Johnson. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Turns it upfield. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver run.
Got some room into the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Virginia Tech's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. There's the guy we believe is going to be a workhorse in this one. They'll be matched up today with one of the top linebackers in all of college football. Sammy Brown is a tackling machine, a one-man wrecking crew. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that, to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop.
Flips it out in the flat. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of time.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Grabs it inside the 15. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson comes down its offense ready to go on the attack. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Finds a crease, it's Davidson. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, ball. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
They'll run it on the counter. There he goes. Inside the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish. A 70-yard run to the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. He lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Hokies send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Slips through the line. There he goes. Touchdown, Tiger. The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Quick give. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Raiola. On the run, fires downfield. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Making the adjustment. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down. You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, gonna throw it. Moving to his left. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Tiger! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Virginia Tech sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to get more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Long way to go on second down. Here's Raiola to throw. Holds on, it's Craver. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Scanning the field, it's Raiola. A little release to the back. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
That's just a great job by the defense, winning early in the drive to set up a third and long situation, and then they're just playing back. They're making sure they keep the football in front of them, they make the tackle, and they now set up fourth down.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, here on the Clemson sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Second down, gonna throw it. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like, stopping the run game. Like, they continue to have success and have success now on this third down.
He's loose on the left. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Here's Raiola to throw. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. This offense has it with really good field position. Making the adjustment on the play. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. That's caught, it's Moore. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Firing to the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Got to make the play on 4. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some...
Upstairs, he's got it. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Raiola to the air again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Big hit. Knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down. The Hokies will call on their punt team. Well, they weren't going to give him a chance this time. They just punted that thing toward the sideline. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Guys, here on the Clemson sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Big pickup on the play before he's finally stopped, and that carries us into the break and the final 2 minutes coming. And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. With the draw, it's Davidson. Got the first down. He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 10. To the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Hokies sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it,
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He'll bring it out. It's Keith. that gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Throwing Raiola. Fires to the wideout. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun on third down, Raiola. On the move, he fires. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. And the Hokies will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. Trying to make one miss. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Holly, what do you have?
Hey, guys, checking in from the home team sidelines. Guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. He's going to take off. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Now on first down from the 30. Headed outside, it's Johnson. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be third down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has...
Touchdown, Tigers! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he puts through the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look in on BYU taking on the North Dakota State Bison.
Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Checking in with the Hokies head coach at the half. His message to his team at the half was, we are better than this. Even though they're playing an opponent that's ranked higher than they are today, he believes sitting at 500 in the conference, this is the turning point of their season. He asked them, what type of team do you want to be? We decide right now. I'll keep you posted up. They come out of that locker room with that same urgency here to start the third quarter. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Back to pass, it's Ryan. Look out! He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. Trying to get started. As we check in with Holly.
Here on the Tigers sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Reese?
Okay, Holly. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic.
And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get rid of it, had to take the loss. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. Going downfield for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Out wide left, it's Moore. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
Looking to pass. It's Ryan. Can't connect on his first throw.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
They're all over it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Hokies will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, here on the Clemson sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their gas to end this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Using his legs, it's Daniels. All over him immediately.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Balkinson. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. 3rd and long coming up. Sets his feet. It's Washington. Right side, it's Balkinson. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding, covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now. Give up absolutely no yoke.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And there is a little more difficult to defend than pressure right up the middle, and the big nose tackle brings it there.
And he starts right on the football. A lot of time he gets double-teamed, right? Because he's right there, and you got the guards next to him. But the big fella just uses his power, overpowers the lines, gets to the quarterback, and gets the sack.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. He's changing the play. Snapped on 4th down. Under pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. They didn't even let him sniff it. Knocked him out of bounds, well short of the first down. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Ryan. Turns it upfield. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Hokies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Gonna take a shot on second and short. Got it in the middle. It's Hairston. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. The Hokies are threatening in the red zone. Drops back on first down. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. A defense bringing the heat.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Wants to go up top on second down. Oh, pressure's coming. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Second down to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Trying to beat the D deep. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield, it's Ryan. He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Here comes the heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked. The coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back, and going to get the quarterback.
He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Back to throw, it's Washington. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Moving past the 25. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. You still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Fresh set of downs going up top. Going for it all. Touchdown, Tigers. What a grab in the end zone for 6. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. looking downfield. It's Ryan. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Rush is on. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Turner. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Look out! He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. He's looking downfield to throw. They're all over him. Out wide right, it's Hawkins. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Needs it here on fourth down. Unleashes one deep. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Wants to throw. It's Ryan. Under pressure. And he gets rid of it.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
He'll get rid of it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. On a ground to cover here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be fourth down. The Hokies decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Trying to take it back. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off-play action. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for them.
Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That last sack's not on the line. That's on him. Now it's third down. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. In traffic, it's Hawkins. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Sends it back in motion. Second down, gonna throw it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. So that drive covered 40 yards. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. If you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead.